first whip video. Most of you know me from the Cross Stitch group on Facebook, Cross Stitch and Discuss number 2. Back in May, Ildi challenged us to make whip videos, but at the time I wasn't really into making my own whip videos, and I actually wasn't watching any of your guys' either. But lately I've been watching them. I moved into my own house in the beginning of this month, and we've set up our Xbox One into our TV, and I just recently found out that I can watch all of your videos on the Xbox just through the TV instead of watching them on my laptop. So that makes it much more simpler to watch the videos while I stitch. So now I stitch and watch YouTube videos in the background, which is really nice. I'm absolutely addicted to watching them and want to thank you all for making your videos and for inspiring all of us new YouTubers to make our whip videos as well. Just a little bit of background about my cross stitch journey. I've been cross stitching since January of 2013. One of my friends at college cross stitched, and I watched her do it and finally decided to take on a project of my own. So I bought a little butterfly kit from Walmart, I think, and I finished it in a week, and I absolutely loved it and was hooked immediately. And I've been stitching almost non-stop since. I don't have any of my first projects that I've done. I have no idea where they are. So I'll just show you what I've done so far. In May, I took a break from cross stitching when I graduated college, and this is the project I was working on. Sorry, when I left college. Well, when I graduated, I guess, and I can't put it the right way. Okay, there you go. This is the project I was working on when I graduated college, and it basically lived in a box until October when I was injured at work by a dog. I was severely bitten on the ankle and was basically stuck on the couch with nothing to do. So I decided I would pick up my cross stitch and finish it. This project was not a project that I ever had any plans to do with. It was just something to keep me busy, to be able to cross stitch, and I enjoy doing it. It was my biggest piece that I've done at the time. It's 6 by 6, and it's done on 14 count Ada. It's called Live, Love, Laugh by Busilla. I like that it was pretty simple, not much color changes, except for the elf. When I put it away in May, the only thing I had left to do was the elf. So I picked up in October. I finished it very quickly, and I think I finished it the middle of November. So once that was finished, I started on Peony by Busilla. It's also done on 14 count Ada, and I really like the way the colors of the flowers look. And the butterfly is really pretty. The butterfly, although I liked it while stitching it, I'm not a huge fan of it now. At the time, I was too afraid to modify my project. So although I didn't think I liked it with the back stitching on the picture, I was too afraid to modify it. So I back stitched it anyways, and I have hated the butterfly ever since. I think the lines take away from the butterfly's colors. So I guess you live and you learn, and now I know if I don't like something that I can change it. This picture, well, this cross stitch project was the project with the most colors at the time. It had like 27 colors in it, and a few blending, and a whole bunch of backstitches. You can tell the flowers all backstitched, the butterfly obviously, the stems and the leaves are all backstitched. This one took me, I think, a month to complete, from like the end of November until the beginning of January. And then I started Benji Tiger by Busilla. Also a project that I never had any intentions of hanging in my house or doing anything with. Just a project for entertainment. So he was my largest project, and still is. The project with the most color changes, the most confetti. So I decided to do him in rows. So I parked and I gridded, and I basically went down the row halfway and then started the next halfway. And I did that all the way across, and when I finished the top half, I then did the bottom half. And then I realized when I got down to the rocks down here that that wasn't going to work for me because all the color changes basically go this way. So I decided that I was going to park horizontally instead of vertically, which actually worked out very well. Benji Tiger took me from the beginning of January until the end of April to stitch. When I started my next silicate, a lot of my cross stitches are silicates because that's what Walmart sells, and that's what I was buying to keep me busy. I didn't do it by Bucilla. It is also stitched on 18 count Ada. I also parked and gridded on him. This time I did all the blue first, the blue lines for the background. So I did this row, and then I did this color, and then this one all the way down. And then once I did all that, I worked on the dog's face. The dog is actually pretty confetti heavy and is actually full of purples and tans, although he doesn't look very purpley when you look at him. It's amazing how color blending works. And once I finished the dog's face, I then worked on the couch over here. And that took a little while. That's where I kind of got bored with it for a little while, and I put it down and didn't really get around to it. When I picked it up, I was raring to go and to finish it. So once I did, I think it took me like 3 days to do it. The back stitch on it was a pain, as you can see. It has very intricate back stitching, like this whole flower has every block is back stitched. So it wasn't hard, but it was tedious, and I didn't really enjoy it. This is also my project with my first French knots. There's one in each eye. They were not as hard as I thought they would be. And this is my old finish for the old and new whip challenge on Crush Discuss number 2. In beginning to mid-June, it'll be issued as a challenge to finish our old whip and to start and finish a new whip. So I finished him, and now I am working on my new whip. I didn't do a project by Bucilla. Although I originally did not plan on hanging him up in my house, I have since decided that I will probably get him framed and he'll hang up in my living room because it's just too cute to leave in a box. So my new start, which I just started this week actually, I started on Tuesday, is Love You Always by Bucilla. It says, loved you yesterday, love you still, always have, always will. And I figured this would be a good project to do since I just moved into my new house, because me and my boyfriend live together, and our bedroom is painted in a medium to light gray, and I figured the blues will match perfectly. So here's my progress on that. I have basically, I've done this section right here, up to the birdies and down to the loved part. I always grid on my fabrics, as you can tell. I grid with easy count guidelines, although I will probably buy a big spool of red Cajun fishing line. It's cheaper, and I can get it thinner since this is a kind of thick line, although it does not stretch my fabric at all. So I'm hoping I finish this project by August 27th, which I'm sure I will, because that's when the old and new whip challenge ends, to be put into a drawing for a prize. So that is all of my finishes in my current whip. After I finish this whip, I am planning on doing 2 whips at a time. I've only ever done 1 at a time, but I find that when I get about halfway done, I don't really have the urge to work on it as much. So I put it aside and I forget about it, and for a few weeks, and I pick it back up and I work on it here and there, and then once I get about 3/4 of the way done, it's like a race to the finish. I can't wait to finish it. So I'm hoping with 2 whips at a time that I don't have the urge to set down and forget about it, but that I keep on working on them. And hopefully it will keep me motivated to keep stitching. I think that's all. If you guys have any questions or comments, please comment below. And thank you for watching.